If you suck at CAD or don't know CAD at all and you want to do some simple designs, let me show you how I do my stuff sometimes. It is basically a Frankensteining out of stuff together. It's going to make sense in a second, but let me explain what this is. This is my guitar amp, and I have this Sonic 8 Pocket Master multi-effect processor thingy. And normally I had it sitting on top of the amp, and then the guitar plugs in here. And I did not like that. It moves around and I cannot see the screen. It's just a little bit annoying. But let me show you what I mean by Frankensteining stuff in the slicer. So the only thing that I designed myself in CAD is this part that goes onto my amp. Just a general shape. There's no need to get the height right. And I imported that into my slicer. Then I found the model for the multi-effects processor, which is this one right here. It was designed to be standing on the desk, which I did not want. So I basically laid it down on this edge, gave it a cut. So I end up with something like this, which is exactly what I needed. And I wanted to make it a little bit thicker as well. I basically just cut off a sliver. Did not want it to scale it in just one direction because those holes right here, they reuse the original screws. And if I were to scale it up, then the screws would be too short. So I prepared this one. And then I also found a model for pick holders. And this is the model that you saw, and this is the model that I Frankenstein together. So you can see this part right here is my design from CAD. I did make it a little bit taller. Now, if I actually go into objects menu, you can see that it's made out of a couple of parts. You've got cube, which is just a part of the brace here. Then this one is same part as here. It does not include the extra thickness that I added, because the extra thickness is actually here. And you can see when I swap between them that these are in fact just joint models. Then I've got another cube, which is just another part of the brace. This should have been one piece, but I messed it up. So then we've got body 01, which is obviously my design. And then we've got another cube. I made a cube and I cut it in half diagonally because I wanted a triangular brace. Then I've got another cube, which I made into this long piece. And again, this one is acting as a brace because when I'm pushing the buttons that I didn't want it to flex. But also I did have to gain access to these screws here to mount everything. So in that primitive cube here, there is another one, the generic cube, which is actually a negative part. And I've set it up so it lines up with the holes. And in case you're not aware, negative parts are basically going to be subtracted when you slice everything, so you can see. And then this is the pick holder. I just made it longer, positioned it, and meshed everything together. And just like that, I got this. And it took me maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes because most of the stuff was already designed for me. I just needed to adapt it to my application. So right now I just need to take off these two screws. Yeah, whoever designed this one already made sure it fits perfectly. And also this is why I added those braces and cubes, because it is sticking out, so I needed some extra room. And that brace I added here to prevent it from flexing, and the negative are working perfectly, because as you can see I can now screw everything together. I could have probably made this one smaller, but I just eyeballed it, to be honest. It's still going to do its job. It doesn't need to be super strong. So now I take the whole thing, like I showed you previously, just snap it on. It stays right here next to my amp. I can plug it in. This pick holder will hold more than enough picks for me. So yeah, I know somebody's going to comment what was the point, just keep it on top and shut up. The point is that I can do it, and I did do it, and I did it for myself, and I'm happy with the results. So this is all that matters when you do whatever you do. I'm curious if anybody is using slicer like I do sometimes to Frankenstein different models. And now I need to find use for this battery right here.